There's an old expression, don't try to boil the ocean. It means don't waste energy trying to do everything at once. Instead, focus on what matters most. And right now, what matters most for Africa's future isn't another summit or another tech startup incubator, it's something more fundamental: infrastructure, specifically roads and trains. In the next 10 years, this needs to be our focus, our mission, our continental priority. Every great nation, every economic powerhouse you admire today was built on the back of infrastructure. The United States didn't become the world's largest economy by accident. On May 10th, 1869, the first transcontinental railroad was completed. It linked the east and west coasts, reducing travel from months to about a week. It unlocked migration, markets, and national unity. China, in just 15 years, it built more than 40,000 kilometers of high-speed rail, the largest such network on Earth. This infrastructure boom helped turn it into the world's second largest economy. The European Union launched the Trans-European Transport Network, aiming to connect every capital by road, rail, and air to enhance trade and integration. The pattern is clear. First, you build the network, then you build the economy. Now, compare that to Africa. We have over 1.4 billion people, yet less than 40% of Africans have access to paved roads. In many regions, transporting food from a farm to a local market takes days, not because of distance, but because of the absence of infrastructure. We pay more for goods, lose more crops, and waste more time, not because we lack ideas or innovation, but because we lack connection. According to the African Development Bank, poor infrastructure reduces national economic growth by about 2% annually and can cut productivity by up to 40%. That's not just a statistic. That's our potential, trapped by a broken road. Let's confront a difficult truth. The US and Europe built much of their early infrastructure on the backs of enslaved or colonized people. Railroads were laid with free or forced labor. In Africa, colonizers built rail lines to extract, not empower. That era is behind us, and rightly so, but it raises a hard question. How do we build what others built without the unjust systems they used? The answer is in modern strategy, fair financing, and collective ambition. We have the tools: public-private partnerships, African engineering talent, development banks, digital planning, and global investors seeking impact. Yes, it's expensive, but inaction is far costlier. So, who leads this charge? The African Union or individual states? The AU can set a continental vision, identifying major corridors, harmonizing standards, and mobilizing financing. But regional progress doesn't need to wait for everyone. One handshake at a time, countries can build bilateral and trilateral partnerships. The East African Railway Master Plan already links Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, and South Sudan, showing how neighbors can collaborate practically and profitably. As President Julius Nyerere said, "Unity will not make us rich, but it can make it difficult for Africa to be disregarded and ignored." We don't need to wait for full unity, just a united direction. Infrastructure isn't just about transport, it's about transformation. It creates millions of jobs in construction and logistics. It enables trade, especially for small businesses. It lowers transport costs, food prices, and delivery times. It makes schools, clinics, and markets accessible to rural communities. According to the World Bank, every $1 invested in road maintenance returns $4 to $5 in economic benefits. This isn't charity, It's an engine for development. Africa doesn't just need roads and rails, it needs resilient, interconnected systems that support farmers, traders, students, and travelers from Lagos to Nairobi, from Kinshasa to Cairo. If we focus this decade on infrastructure, we'll unlock more than trade routes. We'll unlock our people's potential. The African Continental Free Trade Area, it only works if we can move goods across borders efficiently. Innovation hubs, startups, e-commerce all depend on logistics that don't take days or weeks. Tourism, intra-African travel must be easy, fast, and reliable, not a logistical nightmare. As Thomas Sankara once said, you cannot carry out fundamental change without a certain amount of madness. Let's be bold enough to focus. Let's be mad enough to believe in progress built on steel and stone, not slogans. Africa's future won't be written in speeches. It will be laid in concrete, forged in metal, and measured in kilometers. So here's the question. Will we build it together? The next decade is ours. Let's lay the foundation. Let's build the future.